Question 7 gives us 4 different equations, and they're saying that the diagrams below show sketches of 2 of these lines. Write the correct equation below each diagram. So if we look at the first diagram, we can see that as the value of x is increasing, your value of y is also increasing. And your y-intercept is negative. So there's positive slope and negative y-intercept, which means the first one is out of our options. Second one is correct because we have a positive slope and the y-intercept is negative. In the third case, our slope is negative and y-intercept is positive. And in the fourth case, both are negative. So y equals to 2x minus 1 is the first equation. And for the other graph now, our direction of the line is completely opposite. As x is increasing, y is decreasing, which means negative slope. Now for the y-intercept, it's above the x-axis, which means it's positive. So if the y-intercept is positive and slope is negative, that brings us to y equals to negative 2x plus 1. B shows us a quadratic graph, and it says y equals to x squared plus ax plus b. And we have to find the values of a and b based on the information given in the graph. So if you look at the graph, they've shown us the x-intercepts, which are x equals to negative 3 and x equals to 2. So what we can do is we can rewrite this as x plus 3 times x minus 2 equal to 0. So mostly you have seen like solving questions where you're going from the quadratic equation to its factors. Right now we're going to go backwards. We're going to go from the factors to the quadratic equation to find out what the values of a and b are. So start with expanding the brackets. X times x minus 2 plus 3 times x minus 2, x squared minus 2x plus 3x minus 6, x squared plus x minus 6. So a is the coefficient of x, so which means a is 1. B is the constant, so b is negative 6. Part C shows us a cubic graph. The grid shows the graph of y equals to x cubed minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 6. X cubed minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals to k has exactly 2 solutions. Use the graph to find the possible values of k. So since it has 2 solutions when the graph is equal to k, you get 2 solutions only at this point or at this point. So over here, y is 8 or like 8.2, and over here y is, I would say, negative 4.2, somewhere around that. So these are the 2 values where your cubic graph equals to k. So k can either be 8.2 or negative 4.2. By drawing a suitable line on the grid, find the solutions of x cubed minus 2x squared minus 7x plus 5. So if you look at the original equation, that's x cubed minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 6. And the one given over here is x cubed minus 2x squared minus 7x plus 5. equal to 0. And this is equal to y. So if we compare this in the second equation, the one that's given to us now, negative 2x has been added and 1 has been subtracted. So that means y over here must have been put equal to 2x minus 1. 2x plus 1. Yeah, y must have been put equal to 2x plus 1, because if we move 2x plus 1 to the left-hand side, negative 5x minus 2x is negative 7x, and 6 minus 1 would be 5. So that means we have to draw the line for y equals to 2x plus 1 on the grid, and then see what the intersection points are between the cubic graph and this line. So now if we go back over here, so y equals to 2x plus 1 is the line that we have to sketch first. So let's remove this. So let's find the x and y intercept. At x equals to 0, your y will be equal to 1, which means one point, let's call that point A, is 0, 1. That's your x-intercept. Then at y equals to 0, 0 is going to equal to 2x plus 1, negative 1 over 2. So point P is going to be negative 1 over 2 and 0. So just plot these 2 points. 0, 1 is going to be over here, and negative 1 over 2, 0 is going to be, wait, that's going to be over here. Yeah. So now let's connect these 2 points. So as you can see, we have 4 solutions over here. So I'm going to use a different color for that. This is one. This is another one. And this is another one. 3 solutions, sorry, not 4. So over here, this is x equals to negative 2.3. This is x equal to negative, x equals to 0.5. And this is x equals to 3.7. So these are the 3 solutions here. X equals to negative 2.3, x equals to 0.5, and 3.7. Question 8 says P, Q, and R are points on the circumference of a circle. Center O, angle POQ is 8x, angle RPO is x, and angle OQR is 24. Calculate the angle PQO. So what we're going to do is, we know that when there's an angle at the center of a circle, the angle at the circumference is half of it, which is one of the circle theorems. So this is going to be 4x. Next, what we know is that OP and OQ are equal, because OP equals to OQ because they're the radius. So that's going to be the same. So which means this angle is going to equal to this angle. And if we try to find this angle, angle OPQ is going to be 180 minus 8x divided by 2, which is 90 minus 4x. So this angle is 90 minus 4x, and this is also 90 minus 4x. So now what we can do is, we know that the triangle PQR has a sum of angle of 180 degrees. So 180 is going to equal to 4x plus x plus 90 minus 4x. This is basically your angle RPQ, this entire angle over here. Then plus 24 plus 90 minus 4x. This over here is your angle PQR. So this is angle Q, that's angle P. And angle R is 4x. So if we further simplify this, 4x minus 4x, so the 4x gets cancelled out, and x plus 90 plus 24. Now 24 plus 90 is 114 minus 4x. So 180 minus 90 is 90 minus 114 equals to negative 3x. So if we subtract that, that's going to be negative 24. Negative gets cancelled out, and 24 divided by 3 is 8. So x equals to 8. So that means angle PQO, just going to write that over here, angle PQO is going to be 90 minus 4 times 8, which is 90 minus 32. That's going to be 58 degrees. In the next part, it says triangle KLM is similar to triangle KNJ. JKM and NKL are straight lines. KLM angle and KNJ angle are equal. So that's going to be, this angle is equal to this. LKM is given as y. KL is 6. KM is 10.5. KM is 10.5. KN is 10. The area of the triangle JKN is 75 centimeters square. Calculate y. So since both the triangles are similar, we can use the ratios to find the area of KLM. So what I'm going to do is 6 over 10 whole square, because these two lengths are similar, equal to x over, which x is the area of KLM, divided by the area of JKN, which is 75. Now the reason why I squared 6 over 10 is because whenever we have the area and we have to find, like, missing length or missing area, you always square the ratio of your lengths. If that given us the volume, then we would cube the ratio of lengths. So 6 divided by 10 is 0.6, and 0.6 squared is 0.36. So 0.36 equals to x over 75. And then if you multiply 0.36 by 75, that's going to be 27. So 27 centimeters square is our area of KLM. Now that we have the area, if you remember, whenever you have a non-right angle triangle and they've given us two lengths and the angle between it, we can use that information to find the area of that triangle using the formula area equals to 1 over 2 AB sine of angle C. In this case, 6 is our A, 10.5 is our B, and angle Y is our angle C. So what we will do is, area is 27, so 27 equals to 1 over 2 times 6 times 10.5 times sine of Y. So 6 times 10.5 divided by 2 is 31.5 times sine of Y. 27 divided by 31.5. And then sine inverse of that. It's going to give us the value of y. So sine inverse of 27 divided by 31.5 is 58.9. So y is 58.9 degrees. Question 9 says the cumulative frequency diagram shows the marks obtained by 80 students in a maths test. Use the diagram to find an estimate of the median. So median is going to be half of what's given. So we have 80 students. So half of 80 is 40. So I'm going to draw a line from 40 at the cumulative frequency and go down. And that is 48. So 48 is your median. Then it says 60% of the students passed the test. Use the diagram to find the number of marks needed to pass the test. So if 60% are passing the test, so 80 times 60 over 100, that is 48. So 48 students are passing the test. So if we find the students who are failing, that's going to be 80 minus 48, which is 32. So in order to find the passing marks, what we will do is we will go find 32 on the graph because that's the point where students are failing. So the marks that those students get, so 32 over here, the ones greater than that will be the passing marks. So this is our benchmark for passing. So benchmark for passing is over here at 44. So they were asking us how many marks we need to pass the test. That's 44. Then it says use information on the diagram, complete the frequency table. So we know that the cumulative frequency is 80 and they've given us the first frequency. So if we find the value at 40, so the frequency, the cumulative frequency at 40 is given as 26. So that means what we'll do is, just gonna erase that. We will subtract 8 from 26 and that is going to be 18. So 18 is the frequency for 20 to 40. Then go back again and find the cumulative frequency at 60. 60 is going to be over here. So that's 58. So if the cumulative frequency at 60 is 58, so what we will do is 58 minus 18 minus 8. So that's basically 58 minus 18 minus 8, that is 32. So 32 is the frequency for 40 to 60. Then we go repeat the same step again. We're going to find the cumulative frequency at 80. We go from here. That is 74. So go back again. And we will subtract 32, 18, and 8 from 74. So 74 minus 32 minus 18 and minus 8. That is 16. So 16 is the frequency over here. And lastly, at 100, that's 80. So from 80, we'll subtract all of these. So just going to erase this part. So we're going to do 80 minus 16 minus 32 minus 18 minus 8. That is going to equal to 6. So these are your frequencies for the given ranges. Part B says the times taken by the 80 students to complete a science test are shown in the frequency table. An estimate for the mean time taken to complete the test is 67.625 minutes. This is calculated using the mid-interval value as an estimate of the time in each interval. Calculate the value of P and the value of Q. So firstly, let's add all of the frequencies and put that equal to 80. So we know 8 plus 20 plus 13 is 41. P plus Q plus 41 is 80. And P plus Q is going to equal to 80 minus 41, which is 39. So this is the first equation that we have. Next equation we're going to make is using the mean value. So mean is going to be the sum of the product of f and x value. This is going to be x value divided by the total frequency. So x is going to be the mid value of each of these ranges. So 40 and 50 have a mid value of 45, 55 over here, 65 over here, 75 over here, and 85 over here. So mean is going to be 45 times 8 plus 55 times 13 plus 65 times P plus 75 times 20 and 85 Q divided by the total frequency, which is 8. This is going to be equal to 67.625. And let's simplify this. So 45 times 8, 360. 55 times 13 is 715 plus 65p plus 75 times 20 which is 1500 and plus 85q over 80. So I'm just gonna remove this part over here. So we do 67.625 times 80 to get rid of the fraction, which is 5410. And we do 360 plus 715 plus 1500, which is 2575 plus 65p and 85q. So if p plus q is 39, I'm going to say that p equals to 39 minus q. So if p equals to 39 minus q, we can replace that within the mean equation over here. 39 minus q. So that's going to be 5410 equals to 2575 plus 65 brackets 39 minus Q plus 85Q. So 5410 minus 2575, that is 2835. 65 times 39, I'm expanding the bracket, so that's going to be 2535 minus 65Q plus 85Q. I'm going to remove this from over here. So 2835 minus 2535 equals to 20Q. That is going to equal 300 over here. So 300 divided by 20 is 15. 15 is Q. So we already said P is 39 minus Q. So that's going to be 39 minus 15, which is 24. So P is 24 and Q is 15.